In this topic, we are going to learn about the angles of elevation and depression. Here we have a boy, a bird on top of a vertical tree, and an ant. So where is the angle of elevations of the bird from the boy? Since the angle is from the boy, we will first draw a horizontal line from the boy that is parallel to the ground. The angle of elevation is defined by the angle between the horizontal line and the line of sight from the boy to the bird. And this is the angle, which is 38 degrees. Next, let us look at the angle of depression of the boy from the bird. Likewise, we will draw a horizontal line from the line of sight of the bird. The angle of depression is defined by the angle between the horizontal line and the line of sight from the bird to the boy, here. And the angle is 38 degrees. Now, what do you notice about the angle of depression of the boy from the bird and the angle of elevations of the bird from the boy? Yes, these two angles are equal because of alternate angles. Next, we shall look at the angle of depression of the ant from the boy. Firstly, we need to draw a horizontal line from the line of sight of the boy that is parallel to the ground. And the angle of depression of the ant from the boy will be the angle between the horizontal line and the line of sight from the boy to the ant. And hence, we have the angle here, which is 14 degrees. Next, we shall look at the angle of elevations of the boy from the ant. Since the angle of elevations is the angle between the horizontal line and the line of sight from the ant to the boy, we do not need to draw another horizontal line because the ground here is the horizontal line. And the line of sight from the ant to the boy will be the line here. And the angle of elevation will be the angle in between. And it is 14 degrees. Again, what do you notice about the angle of depression of the ant from the boy and the angle of elevations of the boy from the ant? Yes, they are equal. And again, it is because of alternate angles. Let's look at an example here. The eyes of the boy is 1.7 meters above the ground. And the boy is standing 30 meters away from the foot of the vertical tree. The angle of elevation of the top of the tree from the boy is 32 degrees. And we are asked to find the height of the tree. And yes, we will first need to identify where is the angle of elevations of the top of the tree from the boy. Since it is from the boy, we will need to draw a horizontal line here. And the angle of elevation will be the angle between the horizontal line and the line of sight from the boy to the top of the tree. And it is given as 32 degrees. Now let us simplify this picture here. Since this is a vertical tree, it will be a vertical line like this. And the angle here will be 90 degrees. Do you know how we find the length of TF, which is the height of the tree? Yes, we will first need to find the length of TX. Since this is a right-angled triangle, we shall use the trigo ratios. And do you know which trigo ratio we should use? Yes, we will first identify the length that we are looking for and the length that we are given. Since this is the length that we are looking for, and this is the given length of 30 meters, we shall use the opposite and adjacent. Do you know which trigo ratio to use? Yes, we shall use the trigo ratio tangent theta, which is equals to opposite over adjacent. Now, let's substitute in the values. Theta here will be 32 degrees, the opposite is Tx, and the adjacent will be 30 meters. Multiplying 30 on both sides, we will have Tx equals to 18.7 meters. And therefore, the height of the tree, Tf, will be simply 18.7 plus 1.7 meters, which is equals to 20.4 meters, rounded off to 3 significant figures. Let's look at another example here. The angle of depression of a man at the point M here from the plane P is 42 degrees. If the horizontal distance of the plane from the man is 3 kilometers, find the vertical heights of the plane. But first, let's form a triangle here by joining the points PM. And since this is a vertical height and a horizontal line, this will be a right-angled triangle. Now let's call this vertical height here H. To indicate the angle of depression of the man from the plane, we will first need to draw a horizontal line from the plane here. And the angle of depression will be the angle between the horizontal line and the line of sight of the man from the plane here, which is 42 degrees. Using alternate angles, this angle here will also be 42 degrees. Now, since this is a right angle triangle, do you know which trigo ratio that you can use? Yes, since this is opposite and adjacent, we shall use the trigo ratio of tangents, and hence tangent theta equals to opposite over adjacent. Now, let's substitute in the values. Theta here will be 42 degrees, the opposite length will be h, and the adjacent length will be 3. Multiplying 3 on both sides, we will have h equals to 2.70 kilometers, rounded off to 3 significant figures. In this next example, we have two buildings of heights 90 meters and 48 meters, which are 120 meters apart. We are asked to find the angle of elevations of the top of building A from the top of building B. Now let us simplify this picture here into this. Since we are looking at the angle of elevations from the top of building B, we shall draw a horizontal line at B here. And the angle of elevation will be between the horizontal line and the line of sight of A from B here. And the angle of elevation will be here. And you also notice that this will be another right-angled triangle. In order to find the angle of elevation here, we will need to know which sides that are given. And yes, we are given the length here, which is 90 minus 48 to give us 42 meters. And the length here is also given by 120 meters. So which trigo ratio are we going to use? The length here will be the opposite, and the length here will be the adjacent. And once again, we shall use the trigo ratio tangent theta equals to opposite over adjacent. Now, theta is the angle that we want to find, so we will have tangent theta equals to 42 over 120. To find theta, we will need to inverse tangent on both sides. And we will have theta equals to the inverse tangent of 42 over 120. By pressing the calculator, you will have theta equals to 19.3 degrees, rounded off to 1 decimal place because we are finding angles. In summary, to find the angle of elevations of B from A, we will need to draw a horizontal line from A. And the angle of elevations of B from A will be the angle between the horizontal line and the line AB, which is here. The angle of depressions of A from B we need us to first draw a horizontal line from B. And the angle will be the angle between this horizontal line and the line BA, which is this angle here. And yes, you notice that these two angles are equal because of alternate angles. And that's all for this topic.